Hello everyone and welcome to another video brought to you by SeniorCatWellness.com. Today we'll be discussing many of the notable sleeping positions that sick and ailing cats take and what they mean. This topic is a bit tricky, even for the experts. Why? The reason is that because unwell cats do take certain sleeping positions, but many healthy cats will often assume these same positions. The way a cat sleeps doesn't define illness, so it's important to note that there's so much more to be detailed here. You can't deem that your cat is ill just on sleep postures alone. As a paramount course of action, we advise you to monitor your feline's overall behavior over the course of several days. You know your cat, you know what's normal and what seems odd and different. By examining your cat's behavior in totality, you can get a better idea as to what's really going on. If you notice something, or many things for that matter, are not quite right, please take your cat to the vet ASAP. Do not wait. With that said, as the title suggests, this material is dedicated to sleeping positions. We hope you find the content helpful as you monitor your feline for potential illness. Before we begin, a quick shout out to you, the viewer. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to join us. Much appreciated. Now, let's get started. As we noted in our introduction, sleeping positions are only the tip of the iceberg when attempting to confirm if your cat is suffering from illness. Let's begin with the core, lethargy, and depression. These are hallmark warning signs. Start there. If you've noticed that your cat is lacking energy, refusing to eat and or drink, and is withdrawn and sleeping more than usual, this could be a sign of a health concern. Once you're equipped with that knowledge, you can then begin to examine your cat's sleeping positions. Monitor the positions carefully. The positions they adopt could be quite revealing as to the root cause of the ailment. How a cat sleeps can serve as a baseline barometer for gauging not only if something is wrong, but what it could be. Let's take a look at this chart, courtesy of SeniorCatWellness.com. The chart on screen notes several common sleeping positions that cats will often take when they're feeling unwell, whether that is due to sickness or injury. While healthy cats will often assume many of these same positions from time to time, these positions, coupled with a cluster of behavioral symptoms, can show up in cats that are suffering from some type of health issue, whether minor or major in nature. Feel free to pause the video if you wish to read the overview for each position. First is curled in a ball. Second, the fetal position. Third, lying on stomach. Fourth, lying on back. And fifth, lying on side. One of the most notable aspects of the sleep chart is the repeated mention of low body temperature. Illnesses in cats that can lead to low body temperature include respiratory infections, shock, consumption of toxins, and heart failure. Of course, it's highly unwise to jump to bold conclusions, but it's important to note that if your cat is suffering from low body temperature, some rather serious causes could be responsible. Once again, this is why it's paramount to monitor your cat in totality, not just the sleeping positions alone. If your cat seems to be perfectly healthy and is expressing itself in the manner that you've known to learn and love, don't be alarmed if your cat sleeps all curled up, for example. That position alone is not a red flag. It's critical, as we've noted, to make this important distinction. When it comes to behavioral changes that coincide with sleeping positions, be mindful of the following. Does your cat typically sleep alone, all by itself in its own little nesting type area? If that's the case, yet your pet has recently sought out your company, then something could be wrong. If your cat is seeking protection and comfort during sleep time, seemingly out of the blue, it's important to make a mental note of this change. Next, make note of any behavioral change that involves your cat sleeping with one or both eyes open. This can suggest vulnerability. A sick and ailing cat often has difficulty falling into a deep and comforting sleep. And finally, let's address a few of the more known and common issues. Is your cat sleeping in strange locations, specifically locations that are shielded and hard to reach, rather obscure locations? Is your cat refusing to wake up? If morning arrives and the day is well underway, yet you've noticed that your cat has seemingly not moved since the night before, this is a critical point of note. What about the litter box? As in sleeping in the litter box. Some cats can become so unwell they seek comfort and shelter in their very own litter box. As you can see, sleeping positions don't really give away too much when it comes to attempting to find out if your cat is unwell. However, sleeping positions coupled or clustered with other behaviors that are quite uncommon and out of bounds in respect to the daily routine can be a major red flag. Once again, we advise you to seek professional vet care as soon as possible. And on that note, that will close things out for the video portion of this subject matter. However, if you'd like more information, please be sure to visit us at seniorcatwellness.com. There you'll find an in-depth and highly detailed article dedicated to this topic. Are you currently watching us off-site? If so, please click the initial link in the description box below at the conclusion of this video. Said link will take you to the aforementioned article. It can serve as an additional guide to everything we've covered here today. And until our paths cross again, and I certainly hope they do, we'd like to thank you once again for joining us today. Please have a wonderful day. All the best to you and yours, and we will talk to you later.